yesterday we were in Atascocita. Today we are in Porter. And we're going to have to deal with some background noise, at least for now. There's some guys across the street shipping up a tree. But we've got bees in this soffit right here, or this eave. You can see them going in. Let me see if I can come around here. This fig tree is going to have to get pruned back a little bit. Boy, that is a beastly fig tree though, isn't it? Holy moly. So you see the hole up there where a squirrel or raccoon or something kind of chewed. That's what the bees are using as their primary entrance. My only hope, concern, of course, is that they're not further up in that eave, but like everything else, we're going to start down here at the bottom and just start pulling loose a couple of things, see what we find, and do what we have to get to them. So we're just got here, we're setting up tools, and then we'll get into it. Alrighty. Yeah?
Go ahead.
What?
Are you wanting to put any of this comb inside boxes?
It's all pretty shallow and it's all pretty white, so we might have to treat them like a swarm. So we've got that panel down now, and this is interesting, you guys can see. She's had bees here before. So that's all scraped out, a bunch of wax moth. She's had bees here before, I don't know when or who got them out, but we're back now, taking out these little bits here. I mean, probably somebody else came in and scraped them out and never patched that hole up. So we're gonna try to get up here behind them there. That looks like maybe actually old comb that was left behind that whoever she had didn't rip all that out. So we're gonna try to get it out first. To help push the bees down into this sort of lower end of the eave here. So I've got my father-in-law on the ladder, which he's got set up wrong, and I'm going to make him do the whole job for training. So we're going to start cutting out those upper combs, pushing the bees down, and backing bees as we go. Told y'all I was making my father-in-law do this one, but it just dawned on me, not only do I not have my suit on, I didn't even put on my bandana. Well, normally I have my camouflage bandana on so the bees can't see me, right? And the sunglasses, because that makes me cool. I think I had whatever, years ago I made a video just being a goofball like that. But things are going excellent on this job. We're tag teaming it. So while he's cutting combs, I'm helping back bees. We're just down to the core of the nest now. And we've been just constantly staying on as far as vacuuming the bees to try to stay ahead of them because they are trying to run up into the ceiling. I don't think the queens run up there, but just they're house bees or something. They're trying to go up in the ceiling for some reason. So staying ahead of them, trying to keep them from getting a mass migration going up. And I think we're going to be done cutting combs here in the next 10 minutes, the rate we're going. So we're just looking now for that queen. We got our queen catcher ready. And so far, no suit, very little smoke, no stings. So very nice bees so far. Happy to have them. Okay, well, we're done with this one. You know, we never did find the queen, which is crazy because I thought between the two of us working from both sides, we'd get her honed in and picked off really quick. I don't know, I'm thinking we probably vacuumed her if I had to guess. This is a very young colony. It had been here for maybe 2 weeks. Only eggs and some very small hatch larvae, not even any large larvae, and no cap brood. So they had not been here long at all. Decent sized little colony, so they built up well in that short amount of time. But I'm wondering if maybe they had a relatively small queen. We might have just sucked her up and not noticed. But anyway, yeah, interestingly enough, there'd been a colony here before, over in here. And yeah, it's scraped out decently clean, but there was a bunch of combs further back here that were old combs. We've got it all out of there now and scraped a lot better. Didn't leave any chunks of comb behind. That's all wax moth cocoons up there, not comb. But we've got them all vacuumed out of there. Every little cluster that I could see anywhere, I went through it by hand, never did find the queen. And I've set up a little bait box here just to try to catch the stragglers. There's nothing in there except for waxed foundation and a little bit of swarm commander, which it's really just to try to give them a place to orient to. Oh, hold on. What's going on down here? That's interesting. Could there be a queen? I don't know. Pretty weird to have some bees just clumping up down here on the ground. You know, that's the silly stuff they'll do. Like yesterday, the queen was randomly over on the side of the brick away from everything else. I don't see your one crawling around in there though. They'll do this when they get disoriented from that repellent. They'll just pick a spot where they'll all start joining up with each other. And there won't necessarily be any rhyme or reason for it. Yeah, it's really odd for them to be on the ground like that. Yeah. I don't see her in there. Unless she's buried up further back, but I don't think there's really a, you know, there's not really any depth to that. It's not like it's a knot hole. It's just a dark spot. No. Darn it. I got all excited. I thought maybe that was it. Maybe she was there. Here's a little cluster of them farting around on some honeycomb. No, no queen there. Alright, well yeah. I'm hoping we vacuumed her up. That is my honest hope. Anyway, said sprayed with repellent and got a bait box here just to give them somewhere to go if they want it. I'm probably going to leave that, I don't know, till tomorrow or sometime. I'm not going to hang around today and then come back and get it in a couple hours. I'm going to go on home and then I'll just make plans to come back later. So we'll go home, get these girls out of the vac box and set up in a new hive, hopefully. We'll go through them there and see if we don't find the queen again. But yeah, that's it for this one. We're headed home. Woo! Got her after all. She tried to sneak away on us again. So we were just standing here talking. Actually, I was talking with a homeowner. And she's, no, I got it. And she was saying she wanted to get bees. She said, well, heck, maybe I'll just keep these. So anyway, we're standing there in the backyard talking. I look over and I saw them starting to cluster up right there on the edge of the roof, which is kind of weird because I was like, well, why would they, you know, why are they over there? They don't have any reason to want to be over there. And so I just jumped up and ran over there real quick, and I couldn't see her. So I hollered at my father-in-law to hurry up and get me a ladder. So he ran and got the ladder, and I jumped on top of the ladder, and there she was. So I actually nabbed her by hand, and then I just stuffed her in the queen cage here just for something to hold her in. We don't have a proper, I don't have a proper queen cage to put her in right now. So we just stuffed her in this one for now, and I'll make sure not to tape it up because she tried to, as soon as I put her in, she tried to crawl out. So I have to tape this edge a little bit or something. But yeah, she's in there. She's a fatty too. She's a nice fat girl. That one we got yesterday was a little slender. This one's nice and fat. She's ready to go. So we're going to get her, I guess she'll just ride home in the truck with us. And when we get home, we'll set them up. Anyway, this one's for sure done now. Yippee! Alright, so here we are set up at home. Box number 20 there. I went ahead and I got a frame of cat brood out of another hive since they didn't have any, I wasn't able to transfer any combs at all. So I got them a frame of cat brood. That should help, you know, kind of home them and lock them down is the goal anyway. And you can see the bees are actually starting to come in and fly on the entrance there. Now the queen is still in that cage from the removal, that catch cage, because I can't find any of my little California mini cages or anything like that. I guess I'm just going to have to break down and order some because I really, really need them. I always tell myself I'm going to go find some, and I never can find them, so I should order them. But anyway, so they're set up in there right now, hopefully orienting with their queen. We did have more die off than I would like to say, just from the vacuum hose plugged up on us again. So we've got some dead there in the bottom of the box. Not terrible, maybe 1,000 dead, but 1,000 that shouldn't have happened if we could just keep our hose from plugging up. But with the combs being real soft and them having a lot of wet nectar in there, we were sucking up a lot of sticky, I think was really the problem. And so we had them getting just stuck to each other and wadded up in the hose. But anyway, it is what it is. There's plenty of them here. They will survive, I do believe, especially with that frame of brood to get them kicked off again. So we're going to leave them like this for now. Going to let the live ones crawl out of the box there. I'll come back this evening and pick up my vacuum box, get that all put away where it needs to be out of the weather. And then probably tomorrow get in here and release the queen from that catch cage. So that's it for this one. I'm going to, like I said, call it an early success. Happy with the way it went. I'm happy at least that we caught that queen. I'm 2 for 2, 2 days in a row. So we're just out checking checking on the removal from a couple days ago. This was the one that was in the larger soffit where the queen flew over on the opposite side of the house. So just wanted to come check and show you our queen. I had her in the queen clip there when I left 2 days ago because I didn't have a proper release cage, and I guess she slipped out of that anyway, but luckily, now where'd she go? Luckily she slipped out and she didn't leave me because I don't have a queen excluder set on the entrance of this hive. Man, she's crafty. Where'd she go? I got a little nervous. I was looking through the hive and I couldn't find her for a couple minutes. And so I was already starting to kind of make plans in my mind, you know, that I would have to do a merge or get them a frame of eggs or something. Yeah, I don't know where she went, but you guys saw her. Anyway, oh, there she is again. Right in front of me. Cute little queen. I like her. Very nice bees. So we'll leave them alone, and we'll hope that they get their feet back under them a little bit here. We're just starting our main honey flow off the Chinese tallow, so I did not give them any sugar water. It wouldn't hurt if I give them sugar water, because this hive, obviously, they're not going to make any honey. But I'm hoping with just the flow itself, it'll be enough to kind of help them get back on their feet. That's the plan. It was the plan, but I really should give them some sugar water for sure. So maybe I'll do that. But anyway, just want to show you the queen and show you that she was okay.